Hello, hello everyone. It is Rose. I forgot my volume was on my TV, or not my TV, my laptop. This is what happens when I try to stream late at night. Anyway, hello. It is Rose, aka Happy Panic Bean, and welcome back to my life. Am I actually doing this right now? Yes, I am. We have about one less than an hour until Fortnite is back up. And kind of figured I'd come back right now. So, the reason why Fortnite is down right now is because it is the beginning of Chapter 7, Season 3. Hopefully, I don't have any Wi Fi complications this time. Now, you're probably. If you have seen my YouTube video that I just uploaded 6 hours ago, 5 hours ago, something like that, you will see the overlay that you're seeing right now. I have decided to do something for Pride Month. And hold on, let me just get it up. I also posted on my Instagram my schedule for Pride Month. So let me just read that off first. Happy Panic Bean Pride Month schedule. Daily snippets on all platforms, which I will try to keep up with. I'll try to be consistent with that. I can't make any promises because my life does get pretty chaotic around this time of year. Mondays, YouTube video. Again, I'll do my best. Thursdays, YouTube video. So far, that's the one thing that has definitely been consistent is a YouTube video every Thursday. If not every Thursday, every other Thursday. Next is Fridays, Happy Panic Friday Live, which I have been doing consistently. But for Pride Month, it is Pride color theme. So tonight is white. Well, technically, yesterday was white. But, on my end, that is. For other people, it didn't go down, but for me, it did go down. So there's only about 15 minutes of the live event. And I will further explain after I finish getting through this. Thank you, Zaina, for the follow. I just got the notification on my phone. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, I will describe tonight's Pride color theme. Saturdays, live with another Pride color theme, because I'm trying to get through every single color of the Pride flag. So, and Sunday is also Pride color theme. Now, for the longest time, I was streaming almost every single day, but as I mentioned earlier, my life does get pretty chaotic, so I had to stop doing that. I had to limit it to Friday nights and occasionally on Saturdays if there's like a special event going on. So I'm going to try my best. I promise I'm going to try my best to do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays until the end of June. And at the bottom of the schedule, I added things like playing with guests, maps. Yeah. Things like playing with guests, maps, etc., will be announced every Thursday along with a YouTube video upload. The main goal is to bring awareness, to give a better understanding, and show love in sport. So that is my plans for June. Aside from my next goals, which hopefully I won't get a copyright strike for this. Hold on. I gotta, because I was about to post it on TikTok earlier, but then decided, you know what, there was a funnier video I wanted to post instead. Alright, so my goals for Chapter 7 Season 3 is finish my Blitzwing's journey. I am very close to finishing. I'm even closer on my mobile account than I am on PlayStation, which is why it's like top priority. That was my top priority for Season 2, but then Blitz just... the best way to describe it is OG sweaty. That's how Blitz got, and I'm like, I'm not down for this. So hopefully the new Blitz map, whatever that may be, hopefully it's better. I'm also a little worried about it because unfortunately my old controller, my pride and joy, my baby, stopped working. It fell off my dresser and that was the end of it. Because I have no other space for my controller, so I just put it on my dresser. Yeah. So, my really, really good controller, my actual PlayStation controller, Dunzo, so I had to buy a new one, but unfortunately, due to financial reasons, I could not get an actual DualShock from Sony. I got a different one off Amazon. And again, unfortunately, my right joystick has some stick drift. So it's a little wonky. If you've been watching my lives, you'll see the wonkiness, which is why I've been playing with other people, doing squads and trios, no mic and stuff, because I don't know if these people want to be on somebody else's live, so I do my best to keep them separate in a way. My next goal for Season 3 is try to get Fortnite Crew again, and as a joke, I put Venmo Red, REDD Red, Rose 98. Again, I am joking, but if you are wanting to... I just don't want to say donate, because it's not a donation. Contribution? If you want to contribute to my Fortnite crew, you're more than welcome to. I never stop anybody from doing that. I just don't ask often. But yes, Venmo is Red Rose, Red with 2 D's, 98. And then the next goal is reach level 500. I got over 300 for Season 2 on both PlayStation and mobile. Unfortunately, I didn't make the level 500 goal. So hopefully if they don't remove the fact that I got to 300, obviously I'm gonna make it to 500 a lot sooner. But if they did and everybody's back to 0, the goal is make it 500 by the end of the season. And lastly is put out more YouTube videos, which I've been trying to stockpile. But again, life got chaotic and I haven't been able to do it, and it sucks. Also, you may be hearing my air conditioner in the background. This, unfortunately, is my only mic. Is my headset mic. So that's the mic I'll be using. It picks up on a lot of noise. Like, sometimes you'll hear my stomach gurgle, and it's really embarrassing that my stomach gurgles. Um, but yeah, it is just too hot out right now in New York to not have my air conditioner on. It got up to 90 degrees today, which is normal for beginning of June. So, unfortunately, you will be hearing my air conditioner. As that, or I become a literal sweat. Alright, about 45 minutes until the next season starts. Also, as you can see for my overlay, which will be seen on YouTube as well, I have my Pride theme. In the right corner, it is Pride flag with Be Yourself. Bottom, it says Happy Pride Month. And then in the corner is Gay Juice, because why the fuck not? Gotta love them all. Oh, and now that I have the time to, without getting interrupted by a really sexy voice that just so happened to be the Ice King, I'm gonna explain, or re-explain, the white theme of the night. Alright. The meaning of the white stripe in the LGBTQ plus pride flag. It depends on the specific flag being referred to, as it is used in several LGBTQ plus pride flags to represent a spectrum of gender identities, community, or sexuality. That is like the basic overall definition of it. And that's what I was planning on doing, just doing the basic overall definition of things. And if there is a backstory to it, I will also explain that in a little more detail. The next part that was also under the description was gender neutrality. Genderqueer pride flag. White represents gender neutral and agender identities. Sorry, my friend just messaged me. Chartreuse represents identities that aren't in the gender binary and the third gender. A genderqueer does not subscribe to conventional gender distinctions but identities with neither, both, or a combination of male and female. Oh, hey! I wasn't looking at this part when I was just looking things up for the educational purposes of why I chose what I chose. I didn't realize this article was posted on my birthday in 2022. For the record, I'm not genderqueer. I'm not genderqueer, but I am queer. Surprise! I'm not straight. Anyway. But yeah, it's kind of ironic. Oh, my friend, by the way, is Miss Penny Lane, which I did a live with a week ago, 2 weeks ago. We were talking about the live event for Fortnite. She unfortunately had to miss it because of work. I was at work. This is like my side job for now. And I was telling her, like, the guy who voiced the Ice King sounded so sexy. I don't know who it is, but damn. Oh, did you hear my stomach just then? Oh my god. I am so. I'm sorry. But I had posted that part of the live onto my TikTok about how the voice was sexy, and I'm like, ooh, I read too much dark romance, okay? I'm really into this, okay? And somebody had commented who the voice actor is. So I messaged her. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so I apologize to all anime fans who watch Naruto. The voice actor for the Ice King was Gara? He was the one that did it. So, for those who watch Naruto, there you go. That's who the Ice King was. Have fun fangirling. And then, to those who are now just finding out, we now have a reason to watch Naruto. Oh, she just sent me a thirst trap. Public service announcement. Kim Tae-young, you sexy, sexy man. Oh. If you haven't figured out, that's my bias of BTS. And now for the thing that I do the most. Sippe sippe. Alright. So, if you see my earlier live, you will see that I had Aphrodite, the white Aphrodite, for the white stripe. Technically, it's a triangle stripe of the LGBTQ plus. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn. It's late. Okay. For me, this is late. I'm getting old. For the LGBTQ plus pride flag, I chose to do the white version of her. So I'm going to reread the story of her connection to the LGBTQ plus community. Alright. Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love, beauty, and passion, is deeply connected to the LGBTQ plus community. Through ancient mythology, poetry, and modern spiritual practices, she is celebrated as an inclusive deity whose domain of love encompasses all orientations, transcending heteronormity and gender binaries. Sappho and lesbian history. One of the strongest historical links between the goddess and queerness comes from the ancient poet Sappho from 6th century BCE from the island of Lesbos. In her surviving ode to Aphrodite, Sappho explicitly invokes the goddess to help her win the affection of the woman she desires. Because of Sappho's devotion, Aphrodite has served as an ancient and enduring patron deity for sapphic and lesbian love. Next section. Gender fluidity and intersex deities. Aphrodite's mythos contains multiple facets that challenge strict gender binaries. Aphroditos, in ancient mystery cults, particularly on Cyprus, Aphrodite was sometimes depicted as a gender fluid or male presenting deity named Aphroditos, possessing both male and female traits. Hermaphroditus, the child of Aphrodite and Hermes, Hermaphrodites merged with the water nymph, I'm gonna butcher this name, I am so sorry, Salmacis, to become a single intersex deity. This figure is widely recognized today as an ancient symbol of gender non-conformity. Next section. Epithets and modern reverence. In ancient Greece, Aphrodite held different epithets that spoke to the breadth of her power. Aphrodite Ania? Again, I'm gonna butcher some names. And this is heavenly, was occasionally associated with transcendent and homosexual love. Aphrodite Pandemos, of all the people, represented the love that bound communities together, regardless of gender. Today, she remains a prominent figure in queer spirituality, witchcraft, and LGBTQ plus neo-paganism, where practitioners often view her as a liberatory force that subverts patriarchal structures and celebrates self-love. So yeah, that is the, I want to say brief version. I'm pretty sure that there's a longer version, but had things gone the way that it was, the way I had envisioned it earlier, I would have just, well, just like now, I would have just read that. And I had to keep it short and sweet because I know how Fortnite events go. Like, it is quick, it is fast, it is, you gotta lock the fuck in. So. We shall thank Aphrodite for her utmost support, her constant support, and love for anyone and everyone, no matter their gender, their race, their sexual orientation, and, well, basically their everything. Who in the hell is driving a loud ass car this late at night? Like, I know I should be in bed, but you should definitely be in bed. Alright. 30 minutes until season 3 starts. It is gonna be utter fucking chaos. I just know it right now. Also, to explain, like, my choice of what I will be playing with tonight, other than the white version of Aphrodite. Sorry, yawning again. I made a list and I got tired last night making the list, so I stopped just before the last. Sorry about that. Once again, technical difficulties, as per usual. One day I will be able to do a live without that kind of technical difficulties. For anyone just joining, hello, I am Rose, aka Happy Panic Bean. Welcome to my live. There is less than 30 minutes left until Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 3. So we are just sitting here chatting, going over some things, and if you would like, you're more than welcome to add to the conversation. Right now I am explaining my choice for the skin and everything that I will be playing with tonight. So, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, White Aphrodite represents the white portion of the pride flag. And to pair with her, I did the Spectra Protector back bling, which you will see when the game comes back. It is basically the best way to describe it is that it looks like a knight's shield, and I made sure the emblem was a heart, a pink heart, because I like pink. The next thing that I paired with her was the Cold's Cruel Bloom pickaxe, which is Lady Windfrost, the Ice King's wife. That's her pickaxe, which you will see in my last live. Then, to go with that, the High Society glider, which is just gold and white, basic gold and white to match the white version of Aphrodite. Oh, more stomach gurgles. To go with it as well is the Oathbound Crest Wrap. That one I'm gonna have a hard time explaining, so I'm just gonna wait until we can get back into the game to show you. And of course, because we were on the Ice King's team, I had to go with my little sidekick, my Snowy Bean. Which, by the way, my youngest nephew designed that one. I had earned it playing a few rounds with him, because it had gotten to that point where I could earn that version of him. And I had asked him, like, what color should I do his fur? What color should I do his other details? What color should his eyes and horns be? So, shout out to my youngest nephew for helping design Snowy Bean. And I'm going to spoil technically today's skin, but today as in about 15 hours from now, maybe more. Today's skin is the pink version of Aphrodite, which is the next stripe in the pride flag. And here's the ironic thing. I chose the pink Aphrodite. Again, the whole story behind Aphrodite still applies here, obviously. I chose the pink Aphrodite because that's the next color in the pride flag, also of what she represents, which just so happens to be her other colors as well. She has the pansexual pride flag colors. If you'll see it tomorrow, not tomorrow, I keep wanting to say tomorrow. In my next live, you'll see that the underside of her hair is yellow, and then the underside of her dress is blue. The pansexual pride flag is. Hold on, I don't want to butcher the order of the colors. The pansexual pride flag is pink, yellow, and blue. Did Fortnite know what they were doing with that? I don't know. But that's a pretty fun little detail there. To pair with her, also Spectra Protector back bling, which I will be changing the color from white to pink to match more. I will be changing the little icon, the little emblem, to like a darker color, maybe red. And then the I almost read Sunday's glider. See, this is I'm tired, but I'm doing this. Anyway, the pickaxe. Again, I'm gonna have to show you because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do have the name written down, which is the Masterwork pickaxe. And then the glider that she actually came with when her skin first came out, which is the Heartwinder glider. Also, because it's pink and has hearts, and we're talking about love and equality, I chose the Holloway wrap, which came with the Chapter 7 Season 1 Battle Pass. And because I don't have a sidekick that actually matches, that's pink, I wish I had that pink little cat, but I unfortunately don't. To pair with her for sidekick, it's going to be BTX, but with the red stripes, because that's obviously closest to pink. And tomorrow I will also reread the lore, the myth, all of it. Oh, I did not know that black box pops up whenever I get in a... Okay. That's odd. Sorry, you're gonna be hearing me yawn a lot. I have new followers. Hi! Hi, new followers. How's it going? I hope you're all having a good night. I don't think they're Twitch followers, though. But that's okay. I don't know if they're, like, requesting to play with me on Fortnite or not. Or somehow they just managed to find my PlayStation account. Which is odd, because I've never told anybody my PlayStation account. Alright, sippy again. Also, just letting you know, I'm only gonna play until maybe 2:30. Because, again, it's late. It's like really, really late. 2:30 is extremely late. Um, for my household standards, 2:30 is extremely late. Um, before everything that went down in my house, almost a year ago, one of the people that live in my house would be getting up at 2:30 for work, which is why I always say that's extremely late, because if I'm still awake but they're just waking up, it's almost like staying up until 4 a.m. and then realizing, oh shit, half the house is awake now because everybody's got to get ready for work and I didn't sleep at all. So that's what it feels like. Hello, Pieced by Dog One. I don't know you, but hello. That's why we keep seeing that thing pop up. Ian! It's not the Ian I know, though. The Ian I know is definitely awake right now. But, he's definitely not watching this. He lives in a different country. He's probably awake on his lunch break right now. Let's see. Goodness me, I love Feral Friday. I love Feral Friday so much. Oh, right. Have any of you heard the discourse on uh, God of War Laufey? Because if you have, I really fucking hope that you are not in agreement that nobody wants Laufey. I hope you're hyping that woman up. Because from what I've seen from true God of War fans, they say that the behavior of some of you men and some women towards Laufey, Kratos would take you out for that. Which, you know what? Good on Kratos. Good on Kratos. Stand by your woman. Stand up for her. She can do it on her own, but it is nice having someone in your corner. And I truly believe it is bullshit. Like, seriously, you have that thought on women? Who did you come from? You came from a uterus. You came quite possibly from a woman. It is entirely possible to, obviously, we're talking about Pride Month here, have a uterus and not be a woman. But the majority, I'm talking to the vast majority, some of you came from a woman. She didn't do that shit lightly. You really think she did that shit lightly? No. No. She had to push your children's bowling ball size of a head out of her body, which is painful enough. She had to go through those hours of labor. If she was lucky, she didn't have to go through hours of labor. And if she didn't do all that, you were likely taken out of her via cesarean section. Like me! toll that us women's bodies and us uterus havers' bodies go through to bring you little motherfuckers into this world. Only to be treated like that? And you're talking about a goddess like that? You have whatever's coming to you, okay? That goddess hears you speaking ill on her name, she is gonna come for your ass. And I'm going to be sitting here laughing with a bucket of popcorn, 'cause I told you so. I mean, by the way, who is Asmongold? Whoever the fuck that is, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, said, no one wants to be a character that looks like your average 43-year-old suburban mom. Someone get that man a bar of soap and shove it down his fucking throat. Then beat him like Sam Puckett with a fucking butter sock. Another thing that's happening right now is the Governor's Ball here in New York. I wish I was at that. But, number one, I didn't know if I was going to be excused from jury duty, which, due to personal reasons, the judge was like, I'm going to excuse you. So I was like, okay, thanks. I didn't know if I was gonna be excused from jury duty. So that was one reason why I'm not at Gov Ball. Number two, money. I couldn't afford it. What's the Gov Ball lineup? Hold on, let's check that out. The Governor's Ball. Friday is Lord, Baby Keem, Cat's Eye, Pierce the Veil, Mariah the Scientist, The Dare, Delwater Gap, King Princess, Flip Turn, Audrey Hobart, Turnover, The Beths, RC Drive, Confidence Man, Absolutely, What More, Old Mervs, The Backfires, School of Rock Queens, Kids Rock for Kids. Now, I would not have gone to. Thank you for the follow, Noble Sivo 0. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right. Again, I would not have gone to Friday. Just my preference. Not really anybody there that I want to see. Saturday is, or today would have been the first day I would have gone, because it is Stray Kids. Love Stray Kids. I mean, I've made it pretty evident that I love K-pop, so it's Stray Kids, Kali Uchis, I don't know. Major Lazer, ooh. Blood Orange, Wet Leg, Amel and the Sniffers, Raven Lene, Snow Strippers, Tube Hollis, The Sacred Souls, Spacey Jane, Jane Remover, Wisp, Midnight Generation, Flower of Love, Radio Free Alice. Thank you for the follow, Gummy Decanter 30. Radio Free Alice, Vanillo, Villanelle, Chanpan, Jade Lamac, Jimmy Boy. I probably would have just gone to see Stray Kids and Major Lazer. And then Sunday is ASAP Rocky. Jenny, probably would have gone to see Jenny. I'm not her biggest fan, but I do like some of her songs. For all the Euphoria fans who are upset with the way Euphoria ended, at least you have Dominic Fike, Geese, Clisp, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Japanese Breakfast, Hot Mulligan, Holly Humberstone. I don't know how these people pronounce their group, but I'm just gonna call them the Fuckers. Because it's basically Fuckers, but C and U are switched. Rachel Chinoriri? I'm sorry if I butchered that. Kamari, Between Friends, Slater. I've heard of Slater. She performed at Coachella. Hemlock Springs, Lexagate, Evening Elephant, After Hannah Dagu. I still want to say Daegu because of South Korea. And then School of Rock, New York. And that is all of who's performing at Goat Ball this year. Alright. Roughly 5 minutes until the season starts. Sippe sippe. I think I'm going to take a 2-minute break because I have been yapping. I've been doing a lot of yapping and my throat is starting to hurt. And I've been yapping for almost 50 minutes, so I'm just gonna take a 2-minute break, rest my voice, baby. Yawn a couple times like that. Alright. Enjoy the sounds of my air conditioner for a night. So I'm just sitting here scrolling on threads because obviously I'm resting my voice a little bit, but I'm also trying to like see like what other topics I can talk about to fill in the space until it starts, which by the way we only have one fucking minute. 1 minute until it starts. And I saw this meme. It says Happy Pride Month, I guess, and it's a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise dyed the colors of the rainbow. And it says Hellman's real gay onaise. Made with 100% cage-free eggs. I can't. I just the weird shit you can find on the internet these days. It is 1 a.m. Oh, it's not ready yet. Hopefully when I hit this button, it's not gonna like... It's gonna let me? Ah, damn. It won't let me. I was gonna say, hopefully when I hit this button, it's not gonna screw anything up, because the last time I checked the update thing, because what we were supposed to do immediately after, well, not immediately after, but within the first couple hours after the live event is update Fortnite. And I did that, and the last time I checked, it said 69 minutes left. And it had said 69 minutes left for about 5 minutes, so technically it should have been 64 minutes left. And that was well over an hour ago, so it should be ready any minute now. Let me update it on my phone while we sit here and wait. Update. Fortnite Mobile is obviously going to be a lot faster. Fortnite Mobile is always faster. I am very impatient right now and very nosy, so I may... Obviously, I'm going to keep this open, because I will be playing for a little bit on PlayStation once it's ready. But to pass the time, I will be playing on my phone. And I will be narrating for you guys, as per usual. And it is ready to play. Just gonna hit that quick. Just double checking. Alright. What is up with mobile? You can leave the app while it's downloading, and we will notify you when it's time to come back. Nah, I'm gonna keep it open. I usually just keep it open. Like, there's literally no point. The fact that this is not my first rodeo playing Fortnite this late, but the past year has knocked me on my ass so much. I am so tired. can do this. I'm gonna get the adrenaline rush that I need to continue on. And then... yeah. It's still downloading all that data. Is at 28%. Cypher K, or Cypher PK is doing a hype train. Level 2. Happy Happy Gal is live. Typical Gamer is live. Vanilla Mace is live. Does Vanilla Mace? Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're at the 50% mark, 60% mark, 72% mark, 87, 99. And we're in, ladies and gentlemen. You hear it? So you're going to be listening to me play Fortnite while waiting for Fortnite to load up on the TV. Oh, I am so happy the sprites are back. I love the sprites. They're fucking adorable. I cannot wait until I get the Fortnite crew. Again, hee hee ha ha. If you would like to, my Venmo is red with 2 D's, Rose98. No capitals, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier. Logging in is taking forever. I also never thought I'd see John Wick holding a Sprite. But here we are. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Okay. And the fucking emote sprites. Emo sprites. I want it so much. I wonder if the reason why it's going so slow right now is because so many people are trying to get in. Hey, whoa. Hold on. What if I close it out and then try to open it again? Okay, keep Fortnite open to finish installing. Okay, will do. Connecting, logging in again. Am I gonna be able to play Fortnite tonight? Like, actually fucking play? Now I'm getting irritable. Because it's like, I'm not joking, I am tired. Waiting in queue for 4 fucking minutes. Ah. Why is there a queue? It's my account. Alright, because it is saying unable to log in because a newer patch is available, I am going to see what I can do about pausing this live and then try again.